Hey everybody, this is Jen. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you some exciting garden updates, so come along right here on Garden Jen's Journey. Alright, so it is cold, we're getting snow now, and there's a lot going on, and there's still a lot going on as far as garden updates. So I'm going to take you around the yard and show you those very exciting garden updates. Let's go. Inside this trailer here is one of the things that is part of our garden update. This trailer is full of leaves. My husband owns a landscaping company, and right now this time of year we are doing fall cleanups. We're cleaning up leaves out of people's yards, and he's bringing them home so I can put them out in the garden. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Alright, so this is the first load of leaves that my husband got yesterday. Sometimes this trailer is really high with leaves, but these are the leaves that we got yesterday, and they are all going out into my garden to get it ready for its sabbatical rest next year. So let me take you out to the garden. Alright, so you can see this white stuff on the ground. This is not frost. This is snow, though it is frosty. It is snow. It's this time of year that we start getting snow. So out here is it's kind of hard to see because it's covered by some of this snow here, but I think you get the idea. This is all leaves back here that we've been dumping, and we still got quite a bit more to put back here, obviously. But yeah, we've just been dumping in leaves, and we're going to go about 2, 3, maybe 4 inches thick of leaves in here. Because again, this garden patch, this whole garden is going on a sabbatical rest next year, which means we will not be planting anything in it at all. We're giving the land rest, and that way it could just take a break from being used all the time, and all this organic material can break down. The chickens will come in here, the ducks will come in here, till the organic material into the ground, eat the bad bugs and things, and just give the land time to take a break from constantly providing and being able to just give back to itself, so to speak, with all the organic material, all the manure from the chickens, things like that. And then the following year we will plant again. Now, some people have asked me, because they don't know what a sabbatical year for a garden entails, because not everybody follows the 7-year rule. And basically what it means is for 6 years you work your land, you grow things in it, you do all your stuff, and then on the 7th year you do not purposely plant anything that you would normally plant in a garden. So, like for instance, I won't be planting beans on my bean trellis. I won't be planting tomatoes here. I won't be planting more corn here. I won't be planting crops in this garden at all. But when it comes to perennials that are already here, not planting anything new, but things that are already here, when it comes to things that might grow from seeds that have been dropped from harvest in the ground, like maybe there's some bean seeds laying along the ground and they might grow, or maybe there's some seeds from my corn, it might grow, or if I had some tomatoes, maybe there was some rotting tomatoes on the ground, so those plants might grow. Nothing I put here on purpose, but if by some incidental means something grew out of whatever was left over from this year, if it grows next year, you are allowed to harvest that fruit because it's been provided for free. It's not something you put into the ground. It's just happened. Same with the herbs and things like that. You're still allowed to harvest things out of the garden, you know, when it's provided. You're just not supposed to purposely grow anything else in the soil that year. You need to let the soil rest. So that is what the Sabbath year is all about. It's about letting the land rest, let it rejuvenate, have a break. We as humans and even our animals, we need a rest. You know, those who work 7 days a week, 24/7 kind of thing, you know how burnt out you get. Well, you know, the Lord instituted a day of rest in the Bible for a reason, because we need a day, a complete day to rest. And the same principle goes with the land. The land needs a year to rest from all the work that everybody is doing with it in order to just not be taxed all the time, but to start being replenished. So that's what we're doing here. So again, we're taking all those leaves, we're bringing them in here, we're covering the ground with them. The chickens and ducks come in here and they till up the organic matter into the soil. They eat the bad bugs and things like that. And then in 2023, we'll be using this garden again. For now, we have a new garden space, and I'm going to take you over to that now. All right, so right behind me is going to be the new garden space for next year. The landlord came in a couple days ago and started breaking up the ground of this pasture land right behind us. Now, some have asked if we let our chickens out there so they can start fertilizing the ground and things like that. Let me tell you, this has been pasture land for at least a decade. Cows come over here once, maybe twice a year and graze this land, so it is very fertile already. But yes, my chickens and ducks actually do go out there, and they keep going further and further out. I'm a little worried about that because we do have hawks and things that would be like, ooh, free lunch. But anyways, yes, this land is very, very fertile. And so the landlord came in with a plow and a disc and started turning over the soil, getting it broken up for us. He had to take a break because this is very heavy clay, and he actually got stuck in it because it's been very wet here, and clay and water, you know, you get stuck very, very easily. All right, so this so far is what our landlord has done as far as breaking up the ground here. If you watched my previous video about the big changes on the homestead, this area right here, this light area, that is our drainage field that they just put in. It connects to our house over yonder. And so that's brand new. And then the landlord has been going around that and over here to put in our new garden space. And I can tell you just by looking at it already, this area is almost the size of my current garden as it is, but he's not done yet. My current garden is sitting at about 70 by 30 square feet, and it's very tight in there, but I try to make do with all the vertical gardening, as you guys know from watching me for a while. But this is going to be at least 100 by 100 square feet, and so judging again by the looks of where the drainage field ends, where he started plowing here, and as far as he's gone back there, that's at least 100 square feet. So he's just got to go out further that way a little bit. But we'll see as this continues to take shape. Right now, like I said, the garden area has just been broken up. It's just been plowed up. This is very heavy clay on top of, you know, it's clay soil, and so it's very hard to work with. He'll probably come in when the ground's a little bit harder, like when it's getting cold right now. He'll firm up the ground a little bit, and he'll continue to work this up a little bit. We still have a ways to go before gardening season kicks off next year, so plenty of time to get this going. Not exactly my no-till approach, but when you're turning something this large into a garden space and you need to get it done quickly, this is the way that you have to do it. And then, you know, follow your no-till gardening approach after that. But again, even though it's being tilled under and things like that, this is the first time that this area has been worked. And it's very fertile, so I'm not too worried about it damaging too much the ecosystem, so to speak. You know, it'll bounce back. We'll just take care of it, you know, after we get done. But I'm very, very thankful for this piece of property here that he has extended to us. Like I said in my previous video, that our house sits on about an acre, maybe less than an acre of plot of land surrounded by this pasture here. And so it's just a farmhouse sitting on pasture land is basically what it is. And so we only have use of what's in the fence line, so to speak. And we've been very frugal with what we do with our property. But our landlord has graciously said, hey, you know, I'm going to put in another garden space for you so your garden area can have the sabbatical rest. And so that's where we are. So that is the gardening update for right now. It's very, very cold. My hands are actually frozen doing this video because I did not wear gloves. But anyways, I just thank you so much for following me along on this journey. It's nowhere near over yet. So if you haven't, go ahead and click that subscribe button so you can follow along. I hope that wherever you are wonderfully blessed. So until next time, everybody, bye-bye.